we're discussing how to prepare your music effectively. We're often used to preparing our music in choir as a group when we're together. In this crazy pandemic, well, the responsibility of that preparation falls on you as the student. So let's say you have a piece of music assigned to you and you have to get it prepared before your next rehearsal. The first thing you need to ask yourself before you even sit down to learn the music is, who is the composer? What time period did they live in? What style or genre is the piece that you have to learn in? If it's a spiritual, that style, the way that you sing it, will be very different than, say, if it's a madrigal from the 15th century, right? So then the next thing you have to ask yourself is, what tempo should this be in? Now, you can usually get the tempo marking from the score itself, or you can ask your teacher, what tempo do they want this piece to be at? And practice it that way. Start it nice and slow. The next thing you'll want to do is look at the piece overall. Are there any repeated sections? Do you recognize a sort of structure in the piece? Do you find repeated measures? And where are those in the piece? If you get an idea of structurally what's going on, you'll be able to memorize it much more easily. What we're going to do is walk through a 4-step strategy on how to learn your music the first time around correctly and have it memorized by the time you get through all 4 steps. For every step of this process, you will need to use a metronome. Don't worry if you don't have one like this. You can get a free metronome app on your cell phone or computer anytime.
We're going to use William Roy's This Little Rose as our first example. Now, I've done my homework, so I know that William Roy, the composer, was born in 1928 and that he died in 2003. I also know that he was known for writing music in 2 genres, musical theater and jazz. The tempo is here in the music. Quarter note equals 92 to 96. I've also looked at the overall structure of the piece and noticed that there are 3 verses. The first 2 are musically identical or the same, but have different words. The third verse is in a different key and slightly different, both with the words and in the music. Now, we're going to look at the first verse of this today, so let's get started. Step 1. Look at the rhythm of your part and write in your food words. Then, speak your food words with your metronome slowly, under tempo. Do this until you are comfortable. Then, take it faster until you are in the correct tempo. Let's try it. Take a moment to pause the video and figure out what the food rhythms are here. Then, when you're ready, unpause and we'll do it together. Ready? We're going to start this under tempo. We know that our tempo eventually needs to be quarter note equals 92. We're going to try it at quarter note equals 66. So slowly. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Chocolate pie, chocolate pie, chocolate pie, pie, pie. Chocolate pie, pie, apple pie. Chocolate pie, 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 pie. Step 2. Speak the text in place of the food words with your metronome. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Nobody knows this little rose, it might a pilgrim be. Did I not take it from the ways and lift it up to thee? Step 3. Write in your solfege syllables and sing them slowly with your metronome. We are in the key of F. That means do is F. Take a moment to figure out what these solfege syllables will be. Pause the video, write them down. When you're ready, press play and we'll do them together. We're going to do this at a slower tempo now, at 50 equals the quarter note. Here's do. That's an F, do. We're starting on mi. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Mi, fa, so, so. La, so, fa, so. Fa, mi, re, mi, do, re. Do, mi, fa, so, la, so, fa, mi. Fa, mi, re, mi, do, re, do, ti, do. Do this as slowly as you need to and as many times as you need to get comfortable with the notes. Step 4. Sing the text and melody together with your metronome. Let's put it together. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Nobody knows this little rose, it might a pilgrim be. Did I not take it from the ways and lift it up to thee? Start it nice and slow and very, very carefully take this faster and faster until you get to the tempo you need to be at. If we take it back up to 92, here's what it would sound like. 1, 2, 3. Nobody knows this little rose, it might a pilgrim be. Did I not take it from the ways and lift it up to thee? Let's review what we did today. First, we did our homework. We figured out who the composer was, what style that composer wrote in, what tempo the piece should be in, and what the overall structure of the piece would be. Then, in order to learn the music, we did these 4 strategic steps. Step 1, we spoke our food rhythms with the metronome slowly. Step 2, we spoke the song text slowly with the metronome as well. Step 3, we wrote in our solfege and sang the solfege with the metronome slowly. And step 4, we finished by putting the text and the melody together and singing it with the metronome. It's important to get comfortable with each step up to tempo before you move on to the next. If you do these 4 steps, you'll be ready to go once you walk into rehearsal. I challenge you to take a piece of your choir music and follow these 4 steps. How did they help you prepare for rehearsal? You tell me. I'll see you next week on another episode of BSU Sings.